Hey everyone, welcome back to another Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
I'm Cardwell.
And we're back to showcase one of the older rulers, but give him his new life in the world because of all the fun stuff that he got in this last set.
Yep.
So it does breathe a little bit of fresh air to him, and we're going to show off what he can do. And that's our boy Wolfgang. But before we get into the new world order of things, we're going to go over what we have a Patreon. So just down below, go check it out. It just takes $1 to give us some love and support. We greatly appreciate it. In our Patreon, you'll find access to our Discord. You'll find access to all of our videos like a couple days early and a whole bunch of other perks that are down there. So go check that out, guys.
And don't forget that we actually do have a deck builder app that we created ourselves, and it's called FOW Grimoire. It is on Apple and all the other devices as well as Samsung and whatnot. But yeah, it is free to download. You can build whatever decks you want. And just in case with all the new stuff, you can just be like, hey, I want to build a deck right now, got an idea, jot it down, done. And you can also share it to us and everyone else as well, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to use, pretty simple, and we really like it.
Oh yeah.
With that, guys, let's delve into the New World Order. So, our boy Wolfgang, Guide to the Demonic World. So, we're playing Demonic Worlds. I mean, it's pretty simple. That's what Wolfgang does.
Yep.
But he judgments for 2 black, energizes a black. You pay X, search your deck for a Demonic World edition, total cost X or less, that doesn't share a name with an entity you control, and put it into the field. Then shuffle your deck, play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. So once per turn, you go get a Demonic World, which is pretty strong.
Yeah, it's just a free card, you pay mana, you know what you want.
Yeah, and as long as you like figure it all out and know what you're getting ahead of time, it's super easy. And it's uncounterable, pretty much. Like, they can counter an ability, but they don't get to counter that thing.
Yeah.
And then when he judgments, he is a 7/10. He is a Demonic World himself on the backside, so make sure you remember that. He has Bane, and then enter, put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into the field rested. You may search your deck for a Demonic World and put it in the field.
Which doubles that. Pretty awesome.
And his backside doesn't matter what kind of Demonic World. It can be a double of another Demonic World you already have. So if you remember when you've judgment him, you can go get any.
Yeah, which is super awesome. The first Resonator we have in the game is pretty good. Resonator of the Demonic World. It's a 1-drop, 1/4 Bane. Doesn't need to be big if it can kill everything. Whenever Demonic World Edition is put in the field under your control, put this card from your graveyard to the field. Banish this card. Produce a black. Spend this only to play activated abilities of cards named Wolfgang, Guide of Demonic World you control. So basically, by turn 1, you get to still play this. Go get a 1-drop Demonic World. You're not losing any value, and then she just comes back.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
She's so strong in this deck because you're just like, hey, free mana all day.
And by turn 2, you can do a 3-drop world.
Yeah, and she doesn't matter how she comes back. So if you're like, cool, sacrifice this, pay a black to play a 1-drop in my hand, bring it back, sacrifice it again, go get a 2-drop with the 2 mana that she used.
Yeah. Then
you get to do that, and she comes back a 3rd time.
It's good. So good.
She's gross. Next up is Fallen Angel of the Chasm. He is 1 red for a 4/4. He's got flying. If this card is played from your hand, you may remove from the game as it resolves. If you do, it gains. You may play this card from a removed area without paying its cost as long as it hits your removed area. Other Fallen Angels you control gain Swiftness and Barrier. This is there really for 1 card, and we'll get to that card. And then that's really about it.
If anything, what was it, Barrier and Swiftness is amazing.
Yeah, you just play it and then remove it and have it sit there until you're ready to kill them.
Done. It's a Fallen Angel of Hatred is the next one. It's a black and a red, 7/7. It has flying. Rest of recovered Demonic World you control. Target J Resonators gain Swiftness until end of turn. And then rest 2 Demonic Worlds you control. This card deals 500 damage to target player or J Resonator. The fact that you're just going to have worlds there just sitting, might as well make them useful.
Next up is Darklord. He is 2 black for a 7/7 Flying Bane. Enter, you may rest or X recover Demonic World editions you control. If you do, destroy all Resonators with total cost X or X your opponent controls, and put a 1 counter on this for each Resonator that kills this way. So, essentially, you just pay 0 through whatever, and you get to kill a lot of dudes. This guy's really good against Belial right now, because he's just like, hey, pay 0, kill all your tokens.
Yep. Thanks. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Now we have, of course, if you're playing Demonic World, you need to run this guy. It's Fallen Angel of Terminus. Is a 3 black 10/10 with flying, drain, bane, and barrier white. Rest to recover a Demonic World you control. This card gains +4/+4 until end of turn. Rest 2 recover Demonic Worlds you control. J Resonators you control gain -8/-8 until end of turn. Rest 3 of them. This card gains whenever this card deals damage to your opponent. You win the game. Yeah, simple as that. It's good.
So remember that red 1-drop we talked about that comes into play and gives things swiftness and barrier?
Yeah.
You play that the turn you play this, and you just automatically give it swiftness and barrier. So you just get to kill them.
You just win the game.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what happens.
Next up for our first demonic world is Oil Pond. It is 1 red for an enchantment addition. This card deals X damage to target resonator, and the chosen target gains +X/+0, where X is the number of demonic worlds you control with different names. So you're just like, cool, that dude gets -6/+6, or +6/-6. Kill it.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
It's just spot removal for a demonic world, which is nice.
Heck yeah. Next one, of course, is the Graveyard of Amadeus. It's a 1 white edition. So enter and gain 1,000 life multiplied by X, where X is the number of demonic worlds with your different names you control. That's ridiculous.
This card gets out of hand really quickly.
Yes. Because it doesn't matter if you can just get multiple ones of them. You just keep
You're
gaining
like,
life.
I'll gain 70 life because I can.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks. Next is Permafrost. It is 1 blue edition. Enter, rest up to X target non-magic stone entities, where X is the demonic worlds with different names you control. They don't recover during the recovery phase as long as this is in play.
Good.
Pretty good. You're just like, hey, don't do things.
Yep.
Thanks.
Next one is Temple of the Dead. It's 1 black edition. Enter, put X/4/4 Darkness Zombie Resonator tokens in the field, where X is the number of demonic worlds with different names. It's good. It's just a classic little guy to have dudes turn 1, turn 2.
Next, we have Necronomicon Barrier. It is 1 black for enchant. Quick cast. You may make resonators into the field that your opponent's control don't cause their own abilities to trigger. Or you can search your deck for a demonic world edition, reveal it, and put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. So this is actually has good dual purpose in this deck, because you can go do either one, and it's super just strong to use.
Yep, it's in every deck. Might as well have a little bonus to it. The next one is a 6 Boon Requiem Jewel. It's a black-white edition. It's a demonic world. Eternal. This card cannot be banished. This card cannot be removed from the game. Your opponent pays X more to play God's Arts, where X is the number of demonic worlds with different names you control. Tap, produce a white and a black. The fact that it can just ramp, and you need this at least turn 1, turn 2 to really screw over your opponent, for sure.
Yeah, if they're playing the Fallen Rulers, this card wrecks them.
Yeah, Golden World. Yeah.
Next is the first layer of the demonic world. It is 2 black for an addition. Enter, this deals 400 damage multiplied by X to your opponent, and you gain X life, where X is the number of demonic worlds with different names on it. So you get to come in and kill somebody, or just be like, hey, die.
Yep.
It's an alternate win con.
Acheron, River of Dead. It's a black and a blue demonic world. Whenever resonator your opponent controls attacks, destroy it unless your opponent pays X, where X is the number of demonic worlds with different names you control. Extremely powerful. Probably one of my new favorite ones of all time.
Yeah, this card is nuts.
Yeah.
Because with Wolfgang, you just go search it up, and you're like, hey, cool, don't attack me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All those Alpha Strike combos out there, you're just like, no, don't, unless you sacrifice them, thanks.
Yeah, and this just tax your opponent, so.
Yeah.
Next is the Paradise of Fallen Angels. It is a black and a blue. Enter your search your deck for any number of fallen and or demons with combined total cost X or less, and put them into the field, where X is the number of demonic worlds with different names. So this is when you go get your win cons. You go get the Fallen Angel Terminus and the other angel that gives swiftness if you need to. And you're just like, hey, cool, die.
Yeah, thanks, enjoy. The Forest of Darkness is a black and a green. So J Resonators, your opponent's controls gain -X, where X is the number of demonic worlds with different names you control. This was my second favorite. Now it's my second favorite, because just to be able to tax your opponent's dudes constantly, all the time. Yeah, and they stack. If you have multiples, they don't count more than 1, but they still stack of the negatives, so
yeah.
Enjoy.
Next is Plains of Raging Winds. It is a green and 1. Enter, recover up to X magic stones you control, where X is the demonic worlds with different names. This is just help you get extra demonic worlds in 1 turn.
It's free.
Quickly. So yeah, it is literally free.
Asmodeus, Fallen Kingdom. 2 black and a white. Enter, choose a number of equal to or less than the number of demonic worlds with different names. Remove all non-magic stones, non-J rulers entities of total cost equal to the number of your opponent's controls from the game. That's it. They don't get them back. It just happens. Just like scoot on out of here. Pretty good.
This is one of my favorite demonic worlds because it's super strong if you use it at the right time.
Yeah.
Swamp of Sorrows. It is a black and 2. Enter, your opponent discards X cards, where X is the number of demonic worlds with different names you control. So as long as you're paying attention to what their hand is, then you're like, cool, turn 3 or turn 2, whichever one you need, you're like, go get this, make you discard your hand.
Yeah.
And then they're in top deck mode where you get to go get something every turn. So you don't care.
And with all the new different mana ones, or same mana ones, but different demonic worlds now, with all the new sets, you're just cash value every time. Next one, of course, is the Wind of the Demonic World. 3 black chant. Quick cast, you may pay a black less to play this card for each demonic world you control, not with different names, just each. Remove target resonator from the game, draw a card, so by turn 3, just kill something, draw a card, thanks.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is actually it for the deck. We're going to go over the stones really easy. They're super simple. We're mostly playing black stones because this is what the deck is.
Yep.
But we got Magic Stone of Dark Depths, Heaven's Rift, Black Silence, Scorched Bales, and then Magic Stone of the Kingdom, which is his stone. Produce 1 will of any attribute. Spin this only to play demonic worlds or pay a black or produce a black.
Seems good.
So pretty much we're just straight in on the color black because it's super strong in this deck, and you're just like, hey, cool, I get demonic worlds for free. Yeah. That's what this deck does.
Because no matter what will you put into Wolfgang, it just whatever amount you do, go gets a demonic world, and it's amazing. It's super good.
And like of the old school rulers, I always thought that Wolfgang was probably one of the strongest ones if he had time.
Agreed.
If he gets time to set up, you don't really get to win that game because he gets to be like, hey, I get to do whatever I want. And with the 3 new additions that he got, the Acheron, the 6th Boon, and then the one that gains you life.
Yeah. Oh, that's
the Graveyard of Amadeus.
Yeah.
All 3 of those allow him to just stay in the game longer and keep him there. Because the one that gives you mana, the 6th Boon, is insane.
Yeah.
That one's insane strong because it's just like, hey, I get free mana and you can't. You're taxed to do anything.
Yeah, you're taxed to do that. And then, like I said, the Archaon River of the Dead, the fact that you can just slow them down, like you said, every round that they're not being able to attack you is another win for you.
Yeah.
Like you just keep beating them down.
Because that goes longer for you and the better off you get. Because you're like, hey, cool. The more I get to do things unanswered, great.
Yeah, and I would think even popping Wolfgang immediately to throw him over for Demonic World to grab a free one, and then you're just like cooking right there. It's just amazing.
Yeah, he's pretty strong.
Yeah, very strong.
With that, guys, the deck list will be down below. Go check it out and leave us a like and let us know what you think about it down in the comments. We'll see y'all again next time.
Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe to our channel, and then hit that bell for any future notifications that you have for our videos.
And we go ahead and give a big thank you to our fans for over the years, especially our Mythic and Above Patreon followers.
Thank you, Ryan.
With that, we love you. Thank you for your support.